Lady and gentlemen, welcome to today's class. And I believe you learned something out of it. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to take you through just a summary of what we've been talking about before we tackle today's lesson. So today's lesson, we are going to talk about the expression with the verb to have, avoir, conjugation, how you are supposed to use it, what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to say in French, okay? And of course, you're also going to learn the French numbers, okay? That is from 0 to 1,000. So by the end of this lesson, you will be in a position to know how to count in French. Should you have any concern, should you seek for any clarification, if you can't speak, please use the chat. I will see everything taking place here. So thank you so much for joining today's class. And without much ado, I just want to start the class off. So basically, please remember where we started learning French, the French alphabet. I introduced you to the French alphabet, which dictate how you're supposed to read. So those words, those letters, they have got the sound. And of course, the composition of the French letters, we have got, or the alphabet, as we say, we have got the consonants and the vowels. So the vowels, I say that we have got simple vowels and compound vowels. The vowels play a very key role when it comes to how you're supposed to read a word in French. Remember, a word is made out of letters. Those letters each have got a sound. So those sounds now, it is the vowel which will always dictate the sound of a consonant unless otherwise. So remember, we have got the same vowels A, E, I, O, U, and of course Y, where I told you letter Y and letter I are the same. So both of them are E. Again, under the simple vowels, when we talked about the vowels, I did mention that the only vowel which is silent, the only vowel which is mute, the only vowel which is not pronounced, when it is the final letter in a word, when is the last letter in a word, is letter A, as we say E in English. So for me, I say letter A. So that letter is silent. And we said it is still silent when followed by letter S. So in a word, E silent, ES silent. So meaning in any word, if you decide to add letter S, the S does not bring any change when it comes to the pronunciation. The only letter which will change the pronunciation in a word or of a word is letter is a vowel. When you introduce a vowel, then indeed a vowel will change the way you're supposed to pronounce that word. Okay. Then I did explain when is letter A not silent. We said it is not silent when followed by letter when it has got acute accent in it, and again when followed by letter R, letter T, and letter Z. So please kindly take your time, go through those notes, understand what dictates how you're supposed to read in French. Then we talked about the compound vowels A, E, E, A, U, O, U, E, U, O, I, O, U, I. So please also again go through your notes and get well conversant or well acquainted with such, because again, as I said, that the vowels play a very crucial role when it comes to reading of words in French. So please take note of that. Then we talked about the French nasal sound, nasal vowel, la pronunciation in French. So we also say that the only time a vowel will lose its sound, as we know A, E, I, O, U, and then Y, is when it comes to the letters M and N. So when we say the letters M and N, when a vowel or a vowel combination is followed by letter M or letter N, then we say indeed the M and N are not pronounced. They only serve to mark nasalization, meaning that you pronounce the words from the nose. So like we say français, not français. We say Japon, not Japon. Japon. So français, Japon, France. Okay? Français, Japon, japonais. Japon, japonais. So we also said when indeed we have a vowel immediately after letter M or letter N, then, lady and gentlemen, we never talk about the nasal vowel. So meaning the N and M are now pronounced. So please again, get well conversant with that. And if you do that, trust me, you'll find it very easy to read anything in French. So remember the combination, the EN, AN, ON pronounced the same as on. then I end the sound then you end the word umbrella. So please take note of that, as I've said, and all shall be well. Then we talked about the identification of gender. Gender, of course, before talking about gender, we talked about the auxiliary verbs, the verb to be and the verb to have alongside the subject pronoun. Le pronoun sujet, you have to know them. Je is the person speaking. I, tu, the person you are addressing, familiar. Il, he or it. Elle, she or it. On is a neutral pronoun which can refer to the people, someone you are referring to, the person you are addressing, we, but not the person speaking. I, no. Okay? Then nous, first person plural. Vous, second person singular polite or plural of tu. Then il, elle, referring to both person and other things, living and non-living. So that is as far as the French subject pronouns are concerned. And remember, I did say that indeed, when you are referring to the third person, you can introduce a name. Okay? So for example, when I say il è Kenyo, so I can say Agustino è Kenyo. Il è Kenyan. Agustino il. Yvonne est Kenyan. Elle est Kenyan. Yvonne est Kenyan. Elle est mariée. OK? Agustino est français. Il est célibataire. OK? So, knowing that indeed in the third person singular, you can also replace the noun with a pronoun. Unlike the first person, you cannot say Dixon. Whenever you call the name Dixon, then you are no longer referring to the same Dixon, you are referring to the other Dixon, not the person speaking. So I cannot call my name. The only time I will talk about my name is when I'm telling someone or some people my name. But I always communicate by saying what? I. The equivalent of I in French is what? Is je. Any questions so far? Any question? Please make use of the chat. Agustino, any question? Okay, so let us proceed. So after that, we talked about the auxiliary verb to be and to have, of course, conjugated alongside the subject pronoun. I did explain how you're supposed to use the verb to be, how you're supposed to use the verb to have, and of course, their conjugation in the present simple tense. So please, again, get well informed about the same. After that, we talked about the articles, the definite articles, indefinite articles. Of course, I did mention that we have got 4 types of articles. So les articles définis, les articles indéfinis, les articles contractés, et les articles partitifs. So at this level, we talked about only 2 types of articles. That is les articles définis, that is definite article le, la, les, where I told you that le et la become L apostrophe before before a noun beginning with a vowel or silent H. Le is before a noun which is masculine. La is before a noun which is feminine singular, of course, but le is both masculine and feminine plural form. So that is that. Then alongside the articles is where I did now introduce you to the gender. How do you identify the gender of nouns? So we talked about nouns and gender. So we did realize that there are ways that you can put in place to help you identify the gender of the noun. And when we talk about the gender of the nouns, lady and gentleman, we talk about how do you identify that a noun is masculine or a noun is feminine. Again, you have those notes well explained, and I did explain myself when we were tackling that. So please, again, get well acquainted with the same. On the same, just remind you also that when it comes to the plural form of masculine and feminine, remember, masculine form plural in different ways. So there are those regular, you simply add letter S, okay? There are those regular, you simply add letter S. There are those irregular that you need to know how you form their plural form. And again, there are those that are already in plural form, as you are told, when the noun already ends with letter S, the masculine, letter S, letter X, or letter Z, then indeed remains the same in the plural form. So please, again, take note of that. Now, in the feminine form, we simply form the plural form by adding what? Letter S. But please note, how do you form feminine from masculine? How do you arrive at masculine, feminine from masculine? So we realize that some of the regular uh, nouns, you simply add letter E to the masculine to form what? To form feminine. That is one. Then there are those which we realize when the masculine ends with letter N, you simply double the N, then you add letter E. And then there are those that ends with EUR, where the R changes to SE, like when you say chanteur, chanteuse. There are those ends with TOR, TURE, which become trees, like actor, actress. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about the profession and nationalities. Again, having learned the gender of nouns. So please also know that when we talk about profession, they are also classified in terms of gender, profession of a male, profession of a female. There are those that are identical. There are those that have to change. Just like I've talked about the formation of I think to say the formation or deriving a feminine from masculine or vice versa. So please again get well informed about the same. Okay. After that, we talked about the nationalities, of course, LEPE countries, nationalities based on a particular country. Please also know how do you form a nationality from a particular country. Of course, again, masculine, feminine, singular, plural form. Then we talked about the verb aller, of course, aller, the verb to go with prepositions of places. So please know that a city, which preposition are you supposed to use? A country, which preposition? Remember, countries are classified in terms of gender, masculine, feminine. We say that most of the countries ending in letter E are what? Are feminine. Most of the countries ending in letter E are feminine. If not, they are masculine. Any question? Any question from there? Okay, so today I want to talk about the verb to have. It's a verb that we had talked about sometimes back. So allow me to share my screen. Kindly confirm you can see the screen. So I'm going to stop the webcam so that we can make good use of the screen. So please, I believe you can see the screen and you can still hear me. So we have the verb avoir in the present tense. So Wambua, can you read?
The avoir conjugation in the present tense. The forms of avoir in the present tense are first le présent. At the first ones you should learn. Here they are singular and plural. Singular, j'ai.
J'ai, A is A.
I have.
So we say j'ai,
J'ai, I have. In plural, nous on, we have.
Nous? Check that one correctly.
Nous avons.
Nous avons.
Yes, nous avons.
Nous avons.
We have. Okay, singular, tuye,
tuya.
you have,
Tuya.
tuya,
When you
you
say
have,
tuye, remember when you say tuye, that's the verb to be. Don't confuse the verb to be and the verb to have, especially when it comes to the pronunciation. This is letter A, so we say tuya. Letter, with the verb to be, we say tuye, es. So es is a, so we say tuye. Tuye you are, but tuya you have. Proceed.
you have,
Mm-hmm.
vous avez,
Mm-hmm.
you have.
Mm-hmm. So what's the difference between tuya you have and vous avez you have?
Tuya is singular, vous avez is plural.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, there is il,
Mm-hmm.
elle, which means he, she, has.
So we say il a, elle a.
Ha.
The verb to and please also just a minute. Remember the preposition with cities. We say je suis à Nairobi. Do you know the difference between that and the one for the preposition? Do you know the
No.
difference? The difference is that the preposition a has got an accent. Remember that. Remember the accent we put on letter a.
Yes.
Just a minute. Let me. So we have this. Let me increase the font. You see what I've written.
Yes.
Just a minute. That. So that is the preposition with the cities. Okay. Or we say je suis à Zitek. I am at Zitek. Je suis à Nairobi. I'm in Nairobi. But the verb to have, we say il, elle, a. You see the difference. So the other one is a preposition, but this is the verb to have in the third person singular. So please note the difference kindly. Okay. Proceed.
Okay, il a, elle a. He has, she has. In plural, il on, elle on. They
Ils ont.
have.
You slur that.
Il,
Remember the vowel, the final s of the pronoun, and then the verb is beginning with a vowel. So we say you slur that, you link. So we say
yes,
you say ils ont, elles ont.
ont.
So lady and gentlemen, so the verb avoir. The verb avoir. So we say je, tu as, il. Let me just stroke them. Elle a, nous, vous, il, elle. Now, the difference in pronunciation is because of this. Let me you see here, you do that. You do that. You do that. So here there is a Z sound There we have the Z sound. Z sound when you are speaking, okay? In the last three persons, a Z sound must be heard in the spoken French, okay? So here, okay? Here, produce a Z sound in spoken French. Okay? You get that? Produce a Z sound in spoken French. When you are speaking, that Z sound must come out between what? Between the subject pronoun, between the subject pronoun and the subject pronoun and the subject pronoun and the verb. Okay? So we say ils ont, elles ont. So j'ai, this is what we call liaison. There are suppression of vowel. You cannot say j'ai. So we say j'ai. Remember when the verb begins with a vowel, je becomes j'ai apostrophe. Before that is a vowel and silent H. The verb beginning with a vowel or silent H. Then je, you suppress that. Then it comes to now j'ai. Okay? And depending on the other, any other verb that you'll come across as you continue learning French. So we say j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Yvonne, can you unmute yourself and read those verbs? Yvonne. Yvonne, are you in class? Unmute yourself and read the verbs. Yvonne, I can't hear you. Okay, Agustino, read those verbs again.
Avoir.
Avoir.
Avoir. J'ai.
J. Remember the A-E is letter? The compound vowel. A is letter what? A. Remember what I said? A-E is the same as that, is the same as that, is the same as, is the same as that, is the same as that. So all of them are read as what? As, pronounced as what? As pronounced, yes. Pronounced as A. You see? Pronounced as A. So that's why we said that is read as what? It's read as what? As J. J, okay? J. Proceed.
Tu as. Il a, elle a. Nous avons, vous avez, ils sont, elles sont. Yes.
Il, the plurals.
Ils sont.
Ils ont. We say vous
Yes.
avez. Nous avons. Remember the Z, eh?
Yes,
I
yes.
say a Z sound, so we say nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Okay?
Yes.
So that is how we conjugate the verb to have. So back to the document. Continue reading.
The verb avoir.
Avoir.
Avoir. The verb avoir is used.
No,
Is
that's a
used
repetition. It is used to refer.
Used to refer to objects hold,
Possessed.
for example.
Possessed. Object possessed.
Possessed, for example.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me change that. Yvonne, can you try to speak? I can't hear you. Agustino, can you hear Yvonne?
No, I can't hear her.
Yvonne, can you leave and join again? And then once you join, you're using your phone, huh? When you join again, you will see the mic, or just click that mic. It will give you the audio. Okay, kindly. Let us give a few seconds. Can you hear me now? Try to speak. That's funny. You are hearing me and I can't hear you. Just a minute. Yvonne, try to speak. Okay, if you can hear me, I think that's the most important thing. But for me, I can still not hear you. You know, when you speak, your mic should be moving and it is not even moving. So I don't know. Maybe you check, you click the option, you see when you join with the phone, there are let me try to see that. I'm trying to join with the phone. So Yvonne, you are supposed to choose the first option. Agustino, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm now using my phone, Yvonne, for the audio. And I don't know. So for me, like when you join with the phone, if you're joining the phone, normally I think there is an option which pops. When you're using, I don't know whether you're using the headphone or I don't know, or earphones, whatever, or you're using the loudspeaker. Let us just continue that way. So let me share the screen again. So we'll continue reading. Wambua.
Yes, the verb avoir is used to refer to objects possessed. Possessed, for example, j'ai un téléphone. Yvonne a une belle robe. Tu as un stylo. Les touristes ont un vol. The verb avoir is also used to express age. Je dis hut an.
J'ai 18 ans. So first, just let me take you back. Thank you for excellent reading. The verb avoir is used to refer to the object possessed. For example, j'ai un téléphone. So now here is where I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to know the difference between the verb to have and the verb to be. So categorically, I did mention when you are, I just want to remind you of how or when you are supposed to use the verb to be. The verb to be, we said, accompanies what? Adjective. So adjective can be religion, can be marital status, can be profession, can be nationality, can be the descriptive adjectives. Okay? You can also use the verb to be to introduce yourself. Like you say, je suis Dixon. Instead of saying, je m'appelle Dixon. I also say that the verb to be is the only verb which accompany places. To be in a place, to be in a place, to be someone. Okay? To be someone, to be somewhere. So you see, even from that construction, we're using the verb to be in the infinitive form. So I am in Nairobi, je suis à Nairobi. I am a Christian, je suis chrétien. I am a Kenyan, je suis Kenyan, je suis Kenyan. You see? So the verb to be, we use with the professions, with the adjectives in summary, and also it's the verb which accompany what? Accompany place. Here, we are reminded that the verb to have, you only use to express what? What is possessed, okay? What is possessed. And even, again, the verb to be, we say to be sick. You can also use the verb to be to express your condition, to be sick. But when you say I am sick, then a doctor asks you, what do you have? I have headache. I have neck. You see that? Now you are possessing. So again, you need to know how to balance between the verb to be and the verb to have when it comes to expressing yourself in French. That is very, very important, okay? So we say the verb to have, indeed, we use for things or objects which are possessed, okay? You can possess a person, you can possess something, okay? So we say j'ai un téléphone. The same way you say j'ai une sœur, j'ai un frère. I have a sister, I have a brother. Yvonne a une belle robe. Tu as un stylo. Les touristes ont
envol. The most important thing again, you must know that the verb conjugated must agree with the subject. They must go hand in hand. If it's the first person, is je. If the second person is tu as. If the third person, we say il a, elle a, or Dixon a, Agustino a, Yvonne a. Then whatever these people have. Les touristes, that is a plural. So we say les touristes ont un vol. So I can also say Agustino et Yvonne ont une leçon de français. O-N-T. I've mentioned two names. Therefore, I have to say what? Agustino et Mary are Agustino et Mary ont une leçon de français. Agustino and Mary and Yvonne have a French lesson. Again, the verb to have is used to express age. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime you use the verb to have, you use the verb to have with, the numbers, things which are countable. Anything that is counted, you can only express with the verb to what? To have. So that is why we say even the age, we express using the verb to have. Please take note of that. Remember, we are going to learn numbers today, so I expect you to know how to count in French. So now you may be fumbling how you're supposed to read that, but trust me, by the end of the day, or by the end of this lesson, you should understand, or you will understand what that means. J'ai 18 ans. Quel âge as-tu? Interrogation. How old are you? You cannot say je suis. You know, in English, say, I am 18 years old. So you say, je suis 18. No, not acceptable. Age, you express using the verb to have. So I believe I can proceed unless you have a question. Please make use of the public chat, or you can chat me. You can ask your question anyway you feel like asking the question so that you don't feel left behind. So below you can find some expressions or some examples of the use of what? Avoir in the tense, with the expression avoir peur. Peur is fear. So avoir peur, to be feared or to be scared. So avoir peur. So j'ai peur de toi. I'm scared of you. I fear you. Okay? J'ai peur de toi. Il a peur de l'eau. Il a peur de l'eau. L'eau is water. So scared of water. There are people who are scared of water. There are people who are scared of darkness. There are people scared of height. Okay? There are people who are scared of height. So I don't know what you are scared of. So how do you express that? J'ai peur de toi. J'ai peur de Monsieur Dixon. I'm scared of Mr. Dixon. For example, j'ai peur de examen. J'ai peur d'examen. I'm scared of exam. I don't know why you should be scared of the exam when you are well taught. You shouldn't be scared of the exam. Okay? So avoir besoin, you see, avoir besoin is to be in need of something. To need something. J'ai besoin. So you see, when you want to express yourself using that, so I can say j'ai besoin. So what is changing is simple. J'ai besoin d'un stylo. I need what? A pen. Okay? Okay, Yvonne, what are you in need of? What are you in need of? Use the chat. Bambua, what are you in need of?
A wife.
Okay. J'ai besoin d'une femme. Okay? J'ai besoin d'une femme. Yvonne? Yvonne need a car. J'ai besoin d'une voiture. So, pardon. J'ai besoin d'une voiture. Voiture is a car. Yvonne, so I will write this. So this statement I can also say now, okay? I can say, if I'm referring to now, I'm telling someone what you are in need of, so I will say, Agustino you get it, a besoin d'une femme. A besoin d'une femme. I will say, Yvonne will say, if she's the one speaking, j'ai besoin d'une voiture. Une voiture. If I'm the one now referring to Yvonne, so I will say, Yvonne a besoin d'une voiture. Now, for me, do you know what I'm in need of? J'ai besoin d'une bonne santé. That is all I'm asking from God. I only need good health. Anything else will come later. J'ai besoin d'une bonne santé. So, you see, I always say that if you have everything as you may put it and you are not in good health, for me, I don't think it. So, the first thing I need is good health. So, j'ai besoin d'une bonne santé. Next. We have the verb avoir short. Now, please allow me to say this. We have like, just for your understanding, please kindly don't misunderstand me. You can say the tea is hot, right? It is hot. It is hot. The weather is hot. Avoir short, to be hot. You see that in French, to be hot, you don't say être hot. So, but I want you to get me here. The word chaud is used here as a noun. It can also be used as an adjective. So when you say, I am hot, I don't know whether you are getting me. Feeling hot and being hot. I hope you are getting the difference, what I'm trying to explain. So you can use this with the verb to be, but the meaning will be totally different. Are we together? The meaning will be totally different. So like when you are feeling hot, that is, we say avoir chaud, to be, you know, like uko na joto. You see that? Niko na joto, niko na joto, niko na. See, that's the verb to have, avoir, in that sense. But also, you can say, he is hot, it is hot, she is hot. So I believe you are getting the difference. Agustino. Wambua.
Yes, I'm getting the difference.
Yes, so please note that. So when I say elle est chaude, elle a chaud, that is different. Elle est chaude means she is hot. Elle a chaud means she is feeling what? Feeling hot. Maybe the weather, where you are, the room, the temperature is very high, so you feel like you are like, yeah, so that is that. So I believe I am clear. Yvonne, did you get my explanation? One is not even here. Okay. Yvonne, can you hear me? Okay, so that is that. So when you are feeling hot, you say j'ai chaud. Okay, avoir de la chance is to be lucky, to have luck. So j'ai de la chance, so we say j'ai de la chance. The second one means Yvonne Asho. There's a difference. So we have avoir short, I've explained. Avoir de la chance is to be lucky. So I can say j'ai de la chance. J'ai de la chance. J'ai de la chance. So or someone is speaking, hey, toi tu as de la chance. Hein? Tu as de la chance car tu parles beaucoup. Tu parles beaucoup de long. You are lucky because you speak several languages. Beaucoup de langues. Tu as de la chance. Tu as de la chance car tu parles beaucoup de langues. J'ai de la chance. I am lucky. To have luck. So to be lucky in French, to be. So you see, to be is the verb to be. But you know, you say I am lucky. That's the verb to. But in French, you express using the verb what? The verb to have. So please take note of that. Avoir froid is to be cold. So when you say I have cold, I'm feeling cold. What you are feeling is you possess. Remember, we said from the beginning, the verb to have we use with things that are possessed. So you can possess, you know, depending on the temperature. Avoir chaud, like I'm feeling what? Hot. Avoir de la chance, to have luck. In English, you say to be lucky. So then avoir froid, that is to be feeling, to feel cold, to feel cold. So avoir froid. So when you say j'ai froid, when you are shivering because of maybe you are not okay or because of the weather. So again, that is that. Remember, the conjugation of the verb avoir remains as we had conjugated earlier. Avoir envie de is to feel like or to want. Okay? Avoir envie de quelque chose. Like you say, I envy. You know, I envy something or envy someone. Okay? So avoir envie de. So you can tell someone, j'ai envie de voyager. Okay? J'ai envie de. So here I can say, j'ai envie de parler français comme Monsieur Dixon. J'ai envie de parler français comme Monsieur Dixon. I envy or I want to speak French like Mr. Dixon. J'ai envie de parler français comme Monsieur Dixon. I want to speak French like Mr. Dixon. Okay? So that is this. So I can also say, you can also say, j'ai envie de voyager à Paris. I want to or I envy to travel to Paris. So that is that as far as the verb avoir is concerned. So please take notes where necessary so that you can also remember. So there are so many expressions, so I will just go through them very fast. So we say avoir faim, to be hungry. Remember, hunger you possess. In English, you say I am hungry. That's why I'm discouraging you to think in English, because that one will really mislead you. Avoir faim, to be hungry. So when you say j'ai faim, I am hungry. Avoir soif, thirsty. So when I say j'ai soif, I am thirsty. I need to take something cold or to take some water. Avoir lieu is to take place. Okay? Something taking place. Okay? Avoir mal à is to have an ache. Like you say, that is now when you come back to do your diploma, we teach this at semester 3. Not semester 3, semester 4. Okay? Parts of the body and water feel as far as that is concerned. Okay? So we say avoir mal de. So when I say j'ai mal à la tête, I have headache. J'ai mal au cou, that is neck ache. J'ai mal au dos, that is backache. So you'll come to know that. So we express that again. Whatever you feel, you express using the word to have. Okay, to have headache, to have pain somewhere in the body. We use avoir mal. Okay, avoir raison, avoir peur. We are talked about that, to be afraid of or to be scared of. Avoir peur, avoir raison, to be right or to have a reason. J'ai raison. So when you say j'ai raison, it means I am right. I have a reason. That's what we say. Avoir raison. Avoir tort. Tort means wrong, to be on the wrong side. Avoir tort. Elle a tort. Elle a tort. She is wrong. So we say, when I say, for example, Yvonne a tort, Yvonne is wrong. I can say, Agustino a raison, Agustino is right. As simple as that. I've used avoir raison, and avoir tort. To be wrong, to be right. Okay? So I can say, désolé, j'ai tort. Sorry, I am wrong. Or I can say, moi j'ai raison. I'm right. Meaning you have got facts about what you are saying. So it is the truth. So that is also very important for you to note. So avoir sommeil, sommeil is to be sleepy. To be sleepy. So when you feel like sleeping. So all these things is to do with feelings. So anything to do with feelings, lady and gentleman, we use what? The verb to have. So I want you to go pamoja. I want to give you 10 minutes to answer these questions using completing them with the verb to have. Is that possible?
Sure.
Abua?
Yes.
Yes. I give you 10, 15. Because if it is 10, each minute will be under 1 minute. The most important thing is understanding the subject pronoun. When you understand the subject pronoun, it's very, very simple, okay? So please try that with 15 minutes. So at 12:30, you should be done, right? Ama, we can do, or you can do that later, but try to do them, huh? Yvonne, are 15. We together? 15. So 12:30, that is, huh? So that we resume, we go through them. Sorry? Oh boy, I didn't get you.
Where are we answering from?
Let me do this, eh? Let me do this, eh? Let me post it on the portal, eh? Okay? Yvonne, you log on the portal, you do this work now. So I will add you some few minutes. Okay? So under the same topic. So I will stop sharing. Let me just post it directly now. Kindly. Portal, kindly. So welcome back. As I've said, we are now going to learn the French numbers. So what we call les nombres ordinaux. Les nombres cardinaux, pardon, les nombres cardinaux en français, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 1,000. And I believe by the end of it all, you will be in a position to count in French. So allow me to share my screen very fast. So we say, so let me stop there so that you can see the screen very well. Good. So I'm just writing them down first, then I will invite you to try to read them based on what we had learned as far as pronunciation is concerned, okay? The most important thing is knowing how to count from 0 to 10, then knowing how to say 11 to 19, then you know how to say 30, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Actually, the problem is just between now numbers between 0 to 100. After that, it is very, very simple, okay? So how do you read the first one? How do you say 0 in French? Based on what we learned as far as reading is concerned. Yvonne, try.
0.
Yeah, it is 0, 0. Wambua, 1. Agustino, can you hear me? Yes, Yvonne, try 1. Just read up to 10.
Deux, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So we say 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Remember the IN, the nasal vowel, eh? IN with the sound A, just like the word dauphin, lapin, singe. So we say 5. Then 6. Anytime letter X is following a vowel, the sound becomes what? S. So we say 6. 7, P is silent. So we say 7. 8, 9, 10. So numbers 0 to 10 are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? That's fine, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
So 11. Wambua, can you read that?
On.
11, okay? 11. Yvonne, read that.
12.
Very good. So, attention. We have do. You see that? Do is 2, and 12 is what? 12.
12.
There's a difference, eh? 12. 12. Wambua, 13.
13.
13. 3 is 3. 3 is 13, okay? 14. 14 in French is
14.
14. R, 14. Fair enough, good.
A.
There's hyphen always separating 10 and 10 from 17. Note that 10 and 7, 10 and 8. Okay, and again, sorry. So I hope you now connecting with what we were reading when it comes to the verb to have. So we said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 11 to 19, very important. 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, not queens. Remember 5, 5, 15. You see, I told you anytime letter Q is for letter U, U is silent. So I, and then this is nasalized, okay? You see that? 11. So we say 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Upper, from here you can see the 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9 are separated with what? The hyphen. Okay? Just a minute.
Just a minute.
Pardon? So I was saying 17, 18, 19. Those are numbers from what? From 0 to 19. So can we try counting? Wambua, try to count from 0 to 19. From 0, 0, 0.
Oh, 0.
0.
0. Dukes.
Huh? 2 is? 2 is?
Duke. Do.
Yes, do. X is not pronounced. Remember the rule still retained. We still retain the rule that when when a consonant at the end, it is not pronounced. So we say 0, do,
Tro.
3, O-I-S-W-A, remember. So 3, next.
Kutre, kut.
Cat. Remember what I said.
Cat.
Q follow the letter U. Q follow the letter U. U is silent. So we say ka, cat. Okay? Cat.
Sin.
Sunk.
Honk. Six.
Sis. Sis.
Sis. Thank. Sis. Sept.
P is silent. Wambua.
Set. Put.
Wheat. Remember, UI was what? We. That's why I say wheat. UI, the compound vowel, UI is we, so we say wheat.
Wheat. New.
Neuf.
New.
EU
No.
is O. Remember. So in simple terms, what it means is this. I told you there's always a link with what we did at the beginning, how you're supposed to read a word. That rule still you maintain regardless of what you are reading in French. So remember we said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember the sounds. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yvonne, 11 to 19, 10 to 19, that is?
Ten to 19.
10 to 19. Na uko mbali na simu?
Siko mbali.
Okay.
This on those
Do's, do. OU is U, do's.
goods trays
Huh?
cartons queen
15. U is
Has.
silent. 15. U is silent. Remember U, I said, and I repeat, when there's letter U after letter Q and letter G, the U is silent. You consider the next vowel, and remember, IN, there's no vowel after letter N, so we talk of the nasal sound. So we say 15. 15.
these set
That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that. Says, not says. It is says.
decepts disputes
This wheat.
diswits disnoof
19. Then 20. 20. We say 20. Okay? 20. So we say, just listen to me. I'm sure you've written those numbers. So we say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Yeah,
11,
too fast.
12. Sorry?
You're too fast.
I'm too fast, huh?
Yes.
Désolé. Suis désolé. So we say 0, 1, 2. That pace is okay.
Yes.
So I start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that is 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Vice versa now. I can count reverse. We say 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are we okay up to that point?
Yes. Number 7 and 12.
7 is set. Set, set. Not set, we say set. 12 is do's. Do's. Yvonne, number 13 is?
Tres.
Number 18 is?
Is food.
1
Is
plus 2. 1 plus 2 in French is?
Troy.
Trois. Trois. So Yvonne plus Wambua plus Dixon equals to?
Trois.
Trois. Okay? Numbers. Okay? So, Wambua.
Yes.
How many fingers do you have in French?
All of both hands.
Yes, fingers.
Does.
Huh?
Does.
To mean how many?
10.
Do you have 10 fingers or 20?
Oh, plus legs.
So we say 20. 10 is 10. 10 is what? Yvonne, 10 is?
This.
This.
But
This,
the ones on the leg are called toes.
They are called toes. What for me?
Yes.
I don't know. But, so the fingers are how many? Yvonne, how many fingers do you have?
I have this.
These.
Yes.
So in French, when you talk about les doigts, in French they are 20. You get that? Les doigts for both the fingers and those ones for the legs, we call them what? Les doigts. Okay? Okay, so we say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 is 20. So allow me now to share the document. This document I've posted on the portal, and please allow me to end there. Now, so you can see le nombre cardinal, cardinal numbers. French numbers learn to count from 1 to 1,000. So just like what I've said, you say 1, 2, see that part. 1, 2, c'est parti. Let's go, okay? So you want to learn how to count in French like a pro, okay? Well, look no further, mes amis, my friends, because the transparent French log, that is, allows you to count in French, as you can see. So you see, the key to learning how to count in French from 1,000, from 100 to 1,000. Hey. Toka hapo. Yes, Sorry, working from home. Huh? So we say 100 to 1,000 is to learn the first hundreds numbers. Very important. So I told you that the technicality is just now learning numbers between, for me, I would say 0 to 100, because now telling the rest are very, very simple. Once you know the numbers between 1 to 100, then it's very, very simple to learn that. So I just want to take you through first. So these ones have 10. Now you can see we were to 20, right? So see 21. I want you to pay attention to 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, and 91. Then you see now between 20 to 29, you're just prefixing numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you go to 30. I believe you are getting me, eh? So,
No.
Yes.
huh? What didn't you get?
Able repeat.
I've said we can now count from 0 to 20, right?
Yes.
Now 20 is 20. Now I want you to pay attention to 21 as I'm going to say. So 20, you don't just say 20, because 20 is 20, right? 1 is 1. So you cannot say 20. So we have to include this a to mean and. So like you're saying 20 and 1 to mean 21. Why do we do that in French? We do that in French to make pronunciation. So we say 21. Wambua, can you say 21?
21.
21. You see the T is so you slur that 21. So you cannot say 21. You see, sounds odd. So we say 21. Now 22, you simply say 20 and 2. So how do you say 22, Yvonne?
1, 2.
23?
1, 2.
I hope you are getting the formula, Yvonne and Wambua, what I'm trying to say. Only 21, pay attention. We say 21, right? Then, now 22 to 29, we say 20 is 20, 2 is do, so 22. Okay? 20 is 20. So 21 is now we say 21, 20 et 1, 20 and 1, so 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 24, 20, 4, 20, 5, 5. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm trying to do, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30 in French is 30 is
30.
I would read that in French. Yvonne?
30. A trot.
Yeah, it is 30. 30 is 30. So 31 is, again, remember I said pay attention to 21. The way we say 21, so we say 30, 31. You get that?
Yeah.
Yes, then now 32, 30 is 30, 2 is do, 30 is 30, 3 is 3, 30 is 30, 4 is 4. So we say 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I'm done with 30, I go to 40. It is as simple as that. So Yvonne a 35 ans. Yvonne is 35 years old, for example. That is an example. I believe now you can say your age, because I don't think any of you is beyond that age. Remember we said the age you express using which verb? Avoir. J'ai, like for me, I will say, j'ai 38 ans. J'ai 38 ans. Monsieur Dixon a 38 ans. Mr. Dixon, he's 38 years old. That is my age. Okay? So we say 39, 40. How do we read that? Wambua?
40. 40.
You after letter K.
Quaron.
Ka, not qua. We say ka, 40. Okay? 40 is 40. 41.
Carrot.
Not, you know some, did you say, repeat?
Me.
I'm asking, repeat what you said.
Yes. Caron.
Ka? Yvonne, try.
Caront.
It is carrot. Don't say carrot, huh? It is not carrot, it is carrot. Carrot. So 41, Yvonne?
Pardon?
41.
Hey.
Are you calling
Carrot.
on Jesus?
I know.
Yeah, you can call on Jesus to help you.
Current it on.
Remember, how did we say 21?
Vantia.
How did we say 31?
Just hurry.
Trontia.
31. So 21, yeah. 21, 31. So we say 40, 41. You can say 41, so you slide that. So we say 41, 41. 42. So Yvonne, read 42 to 49.
Current do.
Current?
Current
Ongeza sauti. I know it is lunchtime.
current do.
Are you seeing my screen first?
Yes.
Now read.
Current do.
Current do. Current. No, don't. You see, we say, I know where you are getting confused. So we say 41, but we say, now we said 21, but we say 22, 23, 24. So we say 40 is 40. So you see, we go back to 40, then we say 2. Apart from 1, so we say 41. But now 40, then 2. 2 in French is what?
Do.
So we say 40, do. Proceed.
43.
43.
44. 45. 46. 47. 48.
48.
49.
40. 9 in French is?
New.
Neuf. AU
Neuf.
is O. So we say neuf. 40, 49, 19, 9, 9, 19, 29, 39, 40, 49. So I want to, how do you say 20 in French? Agustino.
How do you say?
20.
Van.
20. Yvonne, how do you say 22?
22.
22. So simple, what I was saying, once you know how to say 20, you are fixing numbers 1 to 9. You get that? 1 to 9. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 is 30, 20 is 20, 30 is 30, 40 is 40, 50. 5 we say this. That should guide you how you're supposed to read this word. 5 was sunk. So how do you do that?
Sunk.
Sir? Yvonne? Cinquante. 50. So 50 is 50. So 51?
Second. At an.
No, avoid this at an. 21 was 21. I want to get that formula. 21, 31, 41. So we say second, tia. You see, let me just write it down. Yvonne and Wambua, can you see what I've done?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is what happens. That's why we say yang, usla, linking. So 31, not a yang. You see, it's supposed to be a yang, but we say 31. So you know, swift. So 31, 21, 41 the same. So that is what happens. So 51, we say second tier. I hope you are following, eh?
Yes, and 50 is second.
Second, con. You know, nasal vowel, eh? 50, 50. 5 is 5. We say 50. Okay, so we say 21, 31, 41, 51. Now 52, Yvonne, is
52.
52.
Stand do.
Pardon?
Stand do.
How do you say 50?
Second.
Second. Now 52.
Second do.
Yes, Yvonne, 52.
Second do.
Second do. Very good. So second do. 55, Wambua?
Second song.
Yeah, as you see, I don't know whether you're getting the formula. Once you know how to say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, you know, you are just fixing the numbers. Apart from 70 and 90s, which I'm going to talk about. So let me jump to 60. So who can read this? Oh, I remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't think too far. Remember, OI is wa, right? Then AN is on. So we say what? Soixante. You get it? Soixante.
Yes.
Soixante, not soixante. Soixante. We were told letter X followed by the vowel become S. Soixante. That's why we say six, not six. Six. X become S. Six. So we say soixante, okay? Soixante. Soixante, just like you say cinquante, soixante. Now 62, Yvonne.
Soixante-deux.
Very good. 67, Yvonne.
Soixante-sept.
Soixante-sept. 63, Wambua.
Soixante-trois.
Soixante-trois. Numbers are very simple, trust me. Just with time it will come to think. Now, I want you to take note of 70s. Here, I want you to take note of this. That 70, we say 60 and 10. That's why I was telling you, talking about numbers between 0, 1 to 9, 1 to 10, then 10 to 19. So in other words, 70s, you are adding numbers 10 to 19 to what? To 60. I don't know whether you are seeing that. It's addition. 60 was soixante. 10 is dix. So soixante dix is 60 plus 10, which makes what? 70. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so please take note of that. 60 is soixante. Soixante dix is 70. Soixante deux is 62. But soixante douze. Remember, that's why I was at the beginning, I was insisting of 2 and douze. 2 and 13. 3 and 13. 4 and 14. 5 and 15. 6 and 16. 7 and 17. 8 and 18. 9 and 19. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are adding 10 to 19 to what? To 60. As you can see, all of them start with what? Start with soixante. And then you separate them with what? With an hyphen. So, soixante dix, soixante onze. Here you say soixante onze. Just like we say soixante un, soixante onze. Just like we say 21, we say soixante, soixante onze. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Then 80 is now multiplication. 4 is what in French?
Hey.
Cut.
And 20 is?
Va.
So 20 times 4 is?
80.
80. Now, do you understand why this 80 here? Why do you know why that this has letter S? You see what I've highlighted? Because 24 times makes 80. Literally 4 20s. This is what you see. What is written there? 4 20s, meaning 4 20s. 4 times 20 is 80. 4 maraya 20 is what? 80. So we say 80. Can you say that, Wambua? 80.
80.
80.
80.
Yvonne?
80.
80. Good. Now, please note this. 80, you don't add a because of the T. You see this, because of the T, sorry, this one here. And then the S has also disappeared. So we say 81. So here,
but so
but
we are in 80, we are going with 20.
Yes.
Yes, I'm asking, when it comes to 80, we are going with 20.
When it comes to
80, we are using 20.
Yes.
We are multiplying by 20.
Yeah, so it is 80, then you add 80, then you add to all of them, -20. You see that? So it is, you are going with, just like you said, it is 4, we are going with 20. So 20 times, 4 times 20 plus 1. 4 times 20 plus 2. 4 times 20 plus 3. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Yeah, so we say 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, and all of them, 426. All of them are separated with what? An hyphen. Are we together? 4-20-1 hyphen. I mean 4-20 20 hyphen. 4-20 hyphen do. Okay? Take note of that. So 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Then, please take note, we are still continuing with 20, but now 90. I talked about 70s. We were adding what? We were adding 11 to, we were adding 10 to 19 to what? 10 to 19 to 60. Now here, we are adding now 10 to 19 to what? Can you guess?
To 20.
To 80. Are you seeing that, Wambua?
Yes.
Please take note of 70. 70, we are adding 10 to 19 to what? 60, 60. So 60 plus 10, this. 60 plus 11, 71. Now here, 80 is 80. Let me take you back. Our time is up, but please allow me. 80 is 80, right?
Yes.
Now, to talk about 90, we add numbers 10 to 19 to 80 to talk about 90. So that's why I was telling you, take note of the 70s and what? And 90s. It is as simple as that. So 70s, you add 10 to 19 to 60. But now 90, you add 10 to 19 to what? To 80, which is what? 80. Okay? So 80 this, it's like you're saying 4 20s plus 10. Just like what I think that's what Yvonne was trying to talk about. 4 20s plus 10. 4 20s plus 11. 4 20s plus 12. Are you getting me? So we say 80 this, 80 douze, no, sorry, 80 this, 80 11, 80 12, 80 13, 80 14, 80 15, 86, 80 17, 80 18, 80 19. Then 100 is what?
Cents.
Read that word in French very well, Yvonne. EN is what? Son. Yvonne usikule lunch, sawa? Son is 100. Now I want to test you. How do you say 133?
Son trois.
Moja na zala.
Son trois. That is 103. What you are saying is 103. 103 is son trois. This is son. Son is 100. Then 3 is what? Trois. As in, don't say and trois and 3. You know, in English, we say son. In French, we say 100, 103. You don't say 100. And in fact, please note this. Kindly note this. In French, we don't say 100 because one is what? We simply say what? Son. Not and son. Never say this. Never. I've said please never say that. We say what? We say son. Not so. I asked you a question. How do you say 133? Yvonne?
Yes.
133 is? Okay, let me help you. How do you say? Sorry? As simple as that. So let me help you how this thing is easy. How do you say 100 in French?
So.
Son. Yvonne, are you following?
Yes.
How do you say 30?
30.
Siaki uko mbali na simu yako. Ni kama simu iko sitting room, we uko
bedroom.
30?
30 font.
Front. Are you following how I'm writing it? Front. Then 3 is? Hello?
Toi.
Toi. Can you read what I've written, Yvonne?
Cent-trente-trois.
133. 133. You got it right. Ni vile tu hiyo accent inakaa ya German, eh?
German.
133. 133. So 133. 100 is what? So 30. 30. 3 is 3. How do you say 162? Hii kitu ni rahisi. 100 is what?
So
60 is? Soixante. Then 2 is?
Do.
You see that? 162. Allow me to make progress. So if you have a number like this, 200, 200, 00, 200. So 2 is, how do you say 2?
Do.
100 is?
Son.
You see what I've done? So 200, 2 is do, 100 is son, do son. Do son in 200, but add letter S. Why am I adding letter S? So you have got, it is a multiple of 100, how many times? 2 times. So that's why the word so must have letter S. But if it is like this, you see that? If it's like that, we say, do son, do son, do son, do son, You see that? Do son, there's no letter S. Do son, If it is 900, 999, can you try that? Can you try that? Go on, what is it? How do you read that number in English, Yvonne?
999.
So 900 is, 9 is what?
No.
Neuf, neuf. So 900. Remember we say 900. So 900, 900. Neuf. 100 cents. Neuf cents. I don't know whether you are getting how I'm reasoning here. So neuf cents. Then 99 is 80. Hey, Apple. 80. 80. 99. 80. 99. 999. Let me take you back to the document. 99 was this. You see this? You see that? That's what I've added to 900. 999.
And excuse me.
Yes.
I was saying that we are having a class with Madam Fina.
Sorry. Let us stop there. We shall revisit that next time. So thank you so much for your patience. I hope you learned something at least. You know, actually numbers I'm done with. So you see, I was here. So the last number is what? We say mil, as you can see, okay? Mil. So you just fix the other numbers, but we will revise the same next time when we meet. So that was the last topic we're supposed to talk about. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be just revising, just polishing what we have learned and anything we need to add just to make ourselves better in terms of communication. So thank you so much for your patience. Have a wonderful afternoon. If not, Yvonne, make sure you submit your assignment before 5 p.m. Okay?
Sure.
Yes, before 5 p.m.
I told you I have a quiz from 4 to 5, so I'm preparing for
but you see, that quiz you can do within 30 minutes. Quiz you've been learning, so you don't need the time to prepare for the card, Yvonne. Okay? So please try to do. Wambua, you said you've submitted your work, huh?
Yes.
Yes. So please try as much as possible so that you do that work. It's not a lot, eh? So thank you so much for your time. I believe you learned something. If not, take care of yourself and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you too.
Okay. So the class ends there. Until next time. Merci beaucoup. So you'll find recorded of this on the portal very soon.